We need to have an honest conversation about the grand drunk, Karen Hugo. Missed 4 DUIs herself.
5 years probation and 1 year suspended license. Woo! Jesus.
Now, normally I am not the type to go and just kick someone while they're down. I'm usually really good for, being the devil's advocate, but enough is enough. This woman has been grandstanding for well over a year about her situation, trying to gaslight us into thinking that this was an injustice upon her. An injustice upon her. She needs to be thankful that the only thing that got damaged and destroyed and unalived was that tree stump. Was that tree and her car. I almost forgot about that too. The car that caught on fire and she was so out of it, the police had to tell her to step away from her car. I'm not going to say I'm disappointed because I fully believed that Karen was capable of giving us such BS. So I'm not going to go and say that, I'm so disappointed in her. I can't believe this. Of course I can. Karen has been lying to us from the very beginning. And if we don't want to use the word lying, we'll say has been putting on airs since the very beginning. She's the type of individual that goes and likes to have a moment, likes to present herself in a larger than life type of way. And for entertainment purposes, we were all good for it. That was very appealing to us. We loved it. The problem is that she also isn't living in reality. She's living in a false reality that constitutes her for the past almost 20 years getting DUIs because it started, 2006? So she has She has now 4 DUIs, 3 prior. 3! Did not know that there were 3 prior, even though for some reason I saw it online. Someone said that and I was like, no, she can't have that many. But yes, she does. And this is based on what we know. She could have had way more situations where she got out of it with charges. She could have had way more situations where she just didn't get caught doing the same thing. This is a norm for her. This isn't 3 strikes you're out type of thing. She's been doing this for at least the past 20 years. And now that she has privilege, let's talk about that. Karen Huger has a lot of privilege because I've been to traffic court and I've seen people who can't pay their fines forget a DUI. Actually, there was one situation where there was a guy, he definitely came off as a rich brat, and he was in there with his hotshot lawyer, and the lawyer basically walked to the judge and they had an agreement, and the brat was just puffing up his chest and was able to walk out of there no problem. But then there was another guy who just wasn't able to pay his tickets off, and so he had to go to jail. It was like, you're going to jail for the next because because he could not pay there was no way for him to pay the fines or whatever for his regular ticket. This wasn't even a DUI situation. So for Karen to be able to go and have this privilege and pay off whoever she needed to pay off in the past so that she wouldn't potentially have jail time, so she can continue on doing this foolery it's sad because this means Giselle was right. This means Charisse was right. This means Robin was right when they kept saying, we don't know the real Karen. We don't know the real situation. Stay tuned because one day everything will be revealed. And even though I did believe them because at the time I didn't like them on the show, I didn't go and give them the benefit of the doubt of, maybe someone needs to check in Karen, because they were like, no, it's serious. And we were downplaying it because we didn't like them. We didn't like them at the time, but they weren't wrong. And that's the issue. They weren't wrong. And now Karen has finally gotten jail time after all this time. 1 year. It's really, the sentence is a maximum of 2 years, but it's suspended 1 year. So she only technically has to do 1 year. And I'm sure even with that, they could probably get it down lower. But the important thing is she's not going to jail right away. She can appeal it. So she still has the opportunity to get a lesser sentence. But when I tell you that those videos sealed the deal, and those videos sealed the deal, and I'm glad it happened. I'm not glad that she was drinking and got in trouble and all of that, but I'm glad that there was video evidence. I'm glad that we also saw it, because especially with someone who likes to grandstand, you can't talk your way out of that. So then, even though I kept telling people she needs to go and put herself in a rehab program immediately, she waited until after she lost. She waited until the day of the reunion to go and be like, oh, I'm putting myself in a rehab facility. A rehab facility that essentially was supposed to mirror what an actual jail situation felt like, in a sense. And I'm like, yeah, but is that addressing so we're just saying, hey, let's not do stuff so that you don't go to jail. No, your bar is much higher than that. Speaking of jail, your bar is much higher than that at this point. The bar is, hey, let's not go and do this, period. Karen, at this point, does she even need her license? Why is she driving? Where is Blue Eyes? Do we need to get Green Eyes now? Is Blue Eyes out and now we could, no, the Green Eye Bandits. Maybe Hazel. Maybe the next driver needs to have hazel eyes. I don't know. Or let's go back to brown. But enough is enough, because Karen should not be driving. Her driving privileges should be revoked. She is a danger to other people. She is not living in the same reality that we are, at least when it comes to drinking and driving. And I'm tired of it. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of her. I'm tired of the people still making excuses for her. Like, no. At some point, we have to be adults and say, if Karen went and said, I need help, because I knew she was also going to go and say, oh, antidepressants and alcohol, because I was like, no, she's on something more than just alcohol. When I saw those videos, I knew it. But her still trying to use the whole thing of, oh, her parents, oh, her other past trauma, which is valid, and that never goes away. So that is valid. But she's over 60 years old. At some point, you have to be accountable for yourself. And Karen has not been accountable for herself in a long time when it comes to this particular situation. And Karen also loves to go and deflect and make other people the bad guy whenever she's actually called out. So I'm not surprised. Again, that's why I was not surprised by any of this. I was surprised by the damage that was caused. I was surprised about her story of, oh, not drinking, and then Ray saying, oh yeah, she had maybe a couple of beers, and then saying, oh, she was ran off the road, and then there's no... Karen, go get help. At this point, clankety clank, like they said, if Karen is able to skate out of this, it will not help anything. She needs real consequences. And I'm not even the type to tell people to put people in jail or prison. I'm definitely not. But when you do and act like this, no, you gotta go. You gotta go. Because we in danger. What if I want to take a drive down to Maryland and she's on the road? I'm Romie Mojo. I haven't done the video in a while. Dang, Karen. Really? You're what brought me back out?